Hello, boring vlogs people. How are you this fine day? Me? I'm fantastic. Just leaving work once again. Getting ready. It's a Friday. Woohoo! Tomorrow's Saturday, and that means absolutely nothing to me because I have to work Saturday. And then Sunday as well. Oh man, I love working at a job with crazy crunch times for things. Yeah, I'm just headed out finally for the night. You know, it's nice. So I watched, all those shows last night. Glee came back. Woohoo! Glee's back. It's like a musical soap opera. I was just thinking about that the other night. I was like, that's essentially what Glee is. It's like a soap opera with music. It's a musical soap opera. That's what it is. I mean, it's a pretty good idea. But the episode was interesting, I guess. A lot of stuff just happened, but it seems like that's how that show always is. It's just like, hey, stuff is gonna happen. Deal with it. We gotta put a bunch of songs into this episode, so we're just gonna have some random stuff happen that allows these songs to be relevant and make sense. But it's kind of funny. Blaine just breaks out into. It seemed like when he broke out into the Help song, like it made sense, sorta. It just seemed like out of nowhere almost. It just seemed too abrupt. It was all like, boop, all right, now he's singing about help. I need somebody. No, not little too abrupt, I think, with that. But whatever. And then they totally did not even address anything regarding Finn at all, which I thought was interesting. Oh, spoiler, I guess, if you haven't seen it. Not that I don't think anybody really watches Glee for the storyline necessarily. I mean, I don't really. I like the songs. I like music in general, and sometimes they have good versions of songs that I like. I mean, for the most part, I like the songs, but the show is just, most of the time it's marginal. It's like, that wasn't bad. It's entertaining enough to string together between the songs, I think. That's about all I care about, I guess. But yeah, they totally did not even talk about why Finn wasn't there. Even, when the big event happened at the end. I won't ruin that, even though I thought that was kind of weird. But the big event happens, like, everybody's there except for him, and nobody even mentions, where's he at? Where's Finn at? Hey, why isn't he here for this? This is kind of important. But I don't know how they're gonna deal with that, or if they're just gonna make it seem like he was never there. They're just gonna be like, oh, who's that? That person never existed in this world. Rachel's with somebody else, but she's doing funny girl. Blah blah blah. I don't know. Whatever. And I watched Parks and Rec, which is hilarious. It's a very funny show. I enjoyed that. It was funny. They just sort of threw in a little. I couldn't really tell if Andy Dwyer's character. He didn't really seem like he looked super buff necessarily. I know he's in good shape because he did Zero Dark 30 a little while ago. And now he's doing Guardians of the Galaxy, and so he's been working out and he's in good shape or whatever. But he was talking to I forget his name now. Amy Poehler's husband in there. Oh God, Chris? No, Chris is the crazy jogging dude. I don't know, whatever his name is. I can't think of what his name is now. But as they're walking up the stairs in London, and he's like, oh man, I lost 15 pounds or whatever by not drinking any more beer. And he was all like, man, how much beer were you drinking? I just thought that was a funny little thing to throw in there to possibly explain, why Andy's character looks so good now. Which, I don't know, I thought that was funny. I like that show, though. It's good. And, of course, Nick Offerman is like one of the... I really love Ron Swanson. He's such a cool character. But, yeah, Nick Offerman's a great actor. He's always entertaining. Oh, man, traffic. But, yeah, so that was fun. I only watched the first half. I guess it was in two halves. At least where I was watching it online. it was split up into two halves, and I only got the first half of it watched because then it was like 1 o'clock, and I didn't feel like starting another 40-minute episode or whatever, however long it was. But yeah, I'm gonna go home and watch the second half of it. What else did I watch? I feel like there was something else. Oh, I watched the premiere episode I watched both episodes of the Michael J. Fox show. Pretty good, actually. It was pretty decent. I watched it on Hulu Plus today. Pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was pretty funny. It had its good moments. I like Michael J. Fox. I think he's a fun actor. I've been watching Sleepy Hollow. I watched the second episode of that. That show's pretty cool, actually. They get a little gory, a little bloody, cutting people's heads off. It's, about the Headless Horseman and stuff. You got to cut some heads off, so that was kind of cool. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is pretty funny. I like Andy Samberg. I like the whole Lonely Island crew. So I was hoping that I would like the show, and I do. I like it. It's the pilot episode was pretty good. The second episode was also pretty good. It's funny enough to where the point is like, oh yeah, okay, that was pretty good. It was good. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's good. I like the show. It's fun. I'll watch it. But I also I need to watch the premiere episode of the new Robin Williams show. I heard that was decent. And what other one? There's another new one that just came out. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I did watch the premiere episode of Dads, the new Seth Green comedy, where his dad moves in with him, and I could not make it past about 5 minutes into that show. I guess they film it in front of a live audience, and they have a very low tolerance for funny things. And by that I mean, I guess a high tolerance? No, low tolerance, because they laughed at every stupid, terrible joke that was not funny in that show. I was watching it, I was like, this isn't funny. This laugh track is not making me want to laugh, and I don't think I laughed a single time at that show. Of course, I only gave it 5 minutes, but it should have had me hooked by that first 5 minutes if it's gonna be a good show. But yeah, it did not entertain me whatsoever. I did not think that was a very funny show. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's all I can think of right now that is on the television that I watched. Oh man, sorry. I'm a little bit tired because I just worked 10 hours, but that's not that long. I mean, it's a little longer than an 8-hour day, but not by much. But now I'm sitting in my favorite part of LA. I mean, if you love driving, then you love LA because it looks like this. There's just, traffic all over the place. He's moving so slow. But whatever. But yeah, that's about it. I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And yeah, so long. Bye-bye.